Don't mind if I stand on the soapbox real quick? Why did my height not change? Unironically, why are we using the word LARP? Howdy ho, what's going on? I think the fact that we are currently, as an internet society, using the word LARP to indicate a person who does not have credentials. It's not technically credentials, but sure, the credentials to state that they are within a community, kind of, in my opinion, stupid, realistically speaking. For me to preface this is a statement of how currently on the internet, we are going through this period of people being like, oh, you're LARPing, you don't actually know anything about this thing, you're LARPing. Which, sure, like, I get the idea of seeing people be like fake interested as LARPing, but can we talk about how the words that are being used are not the best words for this? Now, what do I mean? Just for all of us to be on the same page. Currently, we have the word LARPing being used to describe people who are in fan spaces or fandoms, and they're not necessarily the people who understand that idea, and they're just acting like they do. Right now, it has a real world application. It's a real thing. It means to go outside and play pretend. The use of LARP currently, though, on the internet or online discussion is very much meant to be something that shows that you are like pretending to be something about the actual culture about things. But I think we're using the words wrong, because we already have like 6 different words that mean the exact same thing, and we're already moving on from the previous one, which was performative, in a way where it is very much supposed to be a way to show an outward show that makes it seem as though you are a part of something, even though you're not necessarily, and you're just trying to be showy about it. But again, this word isn't even the oldest version of it. Hell, skaters, and realistically a lot of groups, already had a word that is probably the best for showing that you are faking or trying to somewhat show that you are in a culture that you're not true to that. And that's poser. Poser is the best word. LARPing and performative, while technically being somewhat having a negative stereotype, aren't necessarily as harsh words as poser. There's a reason why I don't think using LARPing is the best word. Poser, like, has a historical negative to it. Poser is like something that if you ever got told you were a poser, you are essentially getting spat at. It's one of those things where, like, why the fuck are we using LARPing? Something that, for the most part, is very, like, I don't want to say admirable, but something that, like, you are taking your love of something, taking passion, and doing even more with it, and trying to make it seem as though it's a diminutive, and it's performative, which is also a way of taking action of the thing you already know and making it a real world expose of it. When you can take poser, the word that already means someone who is trying to act in a way that they don't truly believe in, and trying to make new words that already have poser existing. Oh, well, Ivy, words change and they grow and things. Sure, yeah, that's true, but, like, you're taking words that in a way are supposed to show, like, a love for something and bringing it further into the real world so that it's more seen, and trying to make it more negative. LARPing already has a fucking negative connotation behind it, because thanks to the fucking Disney Channel and every other popular culture trying to say that, oh, if you LARP, you're weird. Why the fuck are we doing more hit pieces? There's no other better word for explaining why something is an act. Don't talk to me about the ancient text. I was there when it was written. Performative. I understand kind of why we got into making performative like a negative stereotype, because it's performative and performing, you're just putting on an act. I can get that. I can also see the natural progression between performative and LARPing. For the most part, 50-50. I think you could make performative a negative or positive, but whatever. But like we're using these forms of negative speak when we already have words that are very negative, that already carry a connotation of like, oh, you're acting, and we're not even using them. I don't know, man. It feels like we're trying to be more active. And we could talk about how the internet is always trying to fucking cultivate new words from old words that already have their pre-existing meanings and all that. But like, then we'd be getting down a rabbit hole. I get it. I'm a little heated about the word LARP and the constant change of words to just say the same thing of these words that you're trying to utilize for a new culture suck. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel. It doesn't matter. Like, you already have good words. Why are we trying to use old words that mean something else? But I'm getting off my soapbox. It doesn't matter.